Rational expressions. I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you an excellent question on thinking and communication. The question is, determine all integer points xy on the graph of following rational functions. I've given you two rational functions here. The first one is y equals to 2 plus 5 over x plus 3. The second one is y equals to 5 minus 6 divided by x plus 5. I'll solve one of them. You'll understand the strategy, and that should help you to solve the next question on your own. Now what we need here to find is the points x and y, the points where x and y have integer values. That means not fractions, correct? Now the expression is 2 plus 5 divided by x plus 3. If you want this to be an integer, then 5 divided by something should be an integer, correct? It should not be a fraction. So what values of x will result into 5 divided by x plus 3 as integers? That is what you have to think, right? If x plus 3 is, let us say, 5, then we get 5 divided by 5 as 1, right? So that will give you y value as an integer value. I hope you understand the strategy. So let's start one by one. So what we'll try to do is we'll find the value of x which will make x plus 3 as 5 itself. So that is x equals to 5 minus 3, which is 2, right? So if I write 2 for x, I get 5 for x plus 3. Now if x is 2, then in this expression, what is y? Now if I write 2 here, then 5 divided by 2 plus 3 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So y is 3, correct? So from here, I get y equals to, should I do it or should I leave it? Let me just do it. 2 plus 5 divided by, I'm writing x as 2. 2 plus 3, right? So that is equals to 2 plus 5 divided by 2 plus 3 is 5, and that gives you 2 plus 1, that is 3. Do you see that? With the result, you get coordinate point. And what is the coordinate point? X value is 2, right? X value of 2 and y value of 3, correct? So you get 2, 3 as your answer. Do you see that? So that is how we can find different values of x. So let's do it and try to find what other value of x will provide y with integer values. Well, 5. If the sum is 1, then also, right, correct. So x plus 3 equals to 1 will give x equals to, what should x be? Minus 2, right? Minus 2. Now if I substitute minus 2, then I get y equals to 2 plus 5 divided by minus 2 plus 3, that is 2 plus 5 divided by minus 2 plus 3 is 1. So 2 plus 5, which is 7, right? And that gives me the second point, which is if x is 1, then y is 7. Do you see how I'm calculating, right? So I'm showing you all the calculations so that you can think and do the second question on your own. Now think about other numbers. Well, the other numbers could be minus 1 and minus 5, correct? So let's do them. So x plus 3, if that is equals to minus 1, in that case x should be how much? It should be minus 4, right? Minus 4 plus 3 is indeed minus 1. So what do we get for y? We know x plus 3 is minus 1. So we can write here simply y as equals to 2. Now x plus 3 is minus 1. So 2 plus 5 divided by minus 1, which is 2 minus 5, which is equals to minus 3, right? And therefore the point for us is minus 1 minus 3. So I kind of reduced few steps, right? Well, if you wish, you can do all the steps. Well, the other option could be, we could have x plus 3 as equal to minus 5. Minus 5, x plus 3 is minus 5. That means x is what? X should be minus 8, right? X equals to minus 8. Now if I substitute minus 8 for x, I get minus 8 plus 3 as minus 5. 5 divided by minus 5 is minus 1. So I get y as equal to 2 plus 5 divided by minus 5. That is 2 minus 1, which is just 1, right? So the point which I'm going to get on this graph is for x value of minus 8, y value will be 1, correct? So that is how I can get some values, right? So that basically means that denominator should be such that 5 divided by that number is a whole number, right? So those whole numbers could be these values. Do you understand? So that is how we can get all possible answers. Now you have to adopt the same strategy here and solve for part B. So here what we get is that the integer points on the graph will be, these are the points, right? So the points are for x equals to 2, we get y value of 3, right? Now for x equals to 1, we get y value of 7. For x equals to minus 1, y is minus 3. For x equals to minus 8, y is 1. So these are all the values which will provide integer solutions, right? So I hope this point is well taken care of. So that is how we are going to solve these kinds of questions. So follow the same strategy and write down all the possible answers for part B, right? So x plus 5 should be what? X plus 5 could be minus 6 plus 6. X plus 5 could be plus or minus 2. X plus 5 could be plus or minus 3, right? X plus 5 could be plus or minus 1, right? So we have an added advantage here since, well, 6 has factors as 2 and 3 also. Factors of 5 are 1 and 5, right? So there we are looking for these numbers, 1 and 5, plus and minus. Since the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6, right? So x plus 5 could be plus and minus of all these three things, correct? So that will yield 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 results. So there are 6 possible answers, and in this case we are looking for plus and minus. This sum should be plus and minus 1 or plus and minus 5. So we are looking for 4 points where this will result into integer values. I hope you get the concept. That is how we are going to solve these questions. Thank you and all the best.